Hello from a very rainy Bang Tao. I am currently kind of getting soaked, so let's make this quick. Bang Tao is an area kind of in the northwest of Phuket, and I would say it's probably one of the more upscale parts of the whole island of Phuket. You get a lot of Westerners here, you get a lot of like cashed up Thai people. The bars and restaurants are a bit more upscale. Basically everything has a little bit more of a higher price tag than other places on the island. There's two main areas of Bang Tao. There is the sort of urban center, which is Boat Avenue, actually where I'm walking at the moment. It's normally a bit busier than this, but the weather and COVID has made it a little bit quieter. Here is where you'll find like the fancy restaurants, the fancy bars. This is where basically all the people come and hang out, and it's like a cool place to be seen. Then you've got Bang Tao Beach, which again at the moment is really quiet because of COVID. A lot of the bars are still shut, but that's where you'll find like really fancy beach clubs, beach bars, like little shacks on the beach that are still pretty expensive. That's where you'll be able to like rent the lounge chairs and sit on the beach all day. It is a lovely beach. It's really long. It's like 6 k's long. Really beautiful white sand, lovely water. It's a really nice place to spend the day. So we ended up staying here based on a recommendation. We've been here about 6 days and we really didn't know anything about it coming in. We got here, we were like, oh, this is pretty expensive. It's not really the place you come if you want to be on a budget, but definitely there are some ways that you can do it without spending all of your money by accident in one week. So I'm just gonna go through some of the ways that we've been saving money but still having an amazing time. I was gonna film this like out here showing you all the stuff that we've been doing, but it's pouring rain, so I'm just gonna like go inside for a little bit and we'll do like a bit of a montage video instead. First things first, while I'm walking kind of undercover, just because you are on a budget or trying not to spend too much money doesn't mean, more rain, doesn't mean that you can't go out to all the cool places, right? So for example, our first night here, we went out to this bar called Mrs. B's, which is like the trendy bar in the area. But we looked it up, we went on a Wednesday, and on Wednesdays they have free-flowing Aperol Spritz and free-flowing Prosecco for 250 baht, which is basically the price of one cocktail. So we were like, okay, let's go there on that night, because that way we can still go there, have a couple of drinks, have some fun without spending $400 in one night by accident. There's a really cool restaurant here called Little Paris, which looks awesome. And we were like, oh, we want to go there, but the prices are pretty high. However, Sunday night, 2 burgers for the price of 1. We were like, excellent, this is amazing. We've been craving burgers. Unfortunately, Sunday night we both ended up having food poisoning, so we didn't go. But there's an example for you. So it definitely pays to do a little bit of research, spend some time Googling all the places that look good, and just seeing what their offers and happy hours and specials are. Especially at the moment, because of COVID, there's not that many people out, so a lot of bars are doing specials and promotions to try and get people in the door. Alright, I found some cover. So basically, let me take these off because they are wet. So basically, food here is really expensive. We were like, okay great, we'll get an Airbnb, we'll get a kitchen so that we can make our own food. We go to the supermarket and oh my god, the supermarket is so expensive. You're gonna be spending like nearly 10 bucks on muesli, $5 on like a packet of pasta, like it's almost too much. We came to this really fancy supermarket at first and we were like, I don't know about this, but there are 2 tips to not spending too much. One, you want to go to a cheaper supermarket. There's a place called Lotus, which is not in the main Boat Avenue area of Bang Tao. It's probably like a 10-minute walk down the road, but if you just Google map Lotus, you'll find it. Secondly is you've got to be smart about what you're cooking. If you're going to be buying like Western food, that's going to be way more expensive. Anything that's imported has like a huge price tag on it. But if you're buying things like rice, noodles, veggies that are grown here, meat that's from here, that's when you're going to be saving heaps of money. So when you go shopping, just allocate some time to sort of peruse the aisles and find the cheap stuff rather than going and being like, oh yeah, we'll just make spag bowl, that'll be cheap and easy. Here's an example, pomelo. I bought this at the markets for 40 baht and here you can get it for 95. More than 10 bucks for some raspberries, $10 for some dairy milk. Okay, I am back. The rain has abated a tiny bit, just so it's like a drizzle. Anyway, Boat Avenue and around there is where you'll find a lot of restaurants that are a bit more higher price. But if you walk like 5 or 10 minutes away, you'll find heaps of alleyways, heaps of little streets that's just filled with local restaurants and local food places and local little bars and stuff, and it is so much cheaper. Honestly, we have spent the majority of our time in this street, it's more of an alleyway, it's tiny, called Soi 16, and here is where we have found a restaurant called Chit Chat, which is truly the best Thai place we've been to. We've been here 6 nights and we have gone there 4 or 5 times, I think. It's just amazing. It's run by this woman who's so lovely, and it's pretty quiet every night. It's like walking into your grandma's house and she cooks for you, and the food is delicious and the prices are low. Normally it averages like 200, 250 for a couple meals and a couple beers. Then there is this little shop run by this guy called Bon. We went there our first night here, went and bought just like a can of beer because we thought it was just like a little convenience store thing, and he was just like the funniest, loveliest guy. We had a great combo with him. He doesn't speak any English, we don't speak any Thai, but it was just all like hand gestures and stuff. And he makes fruit shakes and serves drinks, and now we've been there every single day just going and hanging out. So we were sitting at our favorite little convenience store side of the road drinking hole, and instead of having beers, Ant had the best idea of the trip. He said, why don't we just get a mango shake, and I asked them to put 2 shots of rum in it. DIY cocktail made with fresh mangoes. That was a great idea. Well, how do we think it tastes?
Top shelf.
Top shelf. It's got a little table outside, so we just sit outside. Oh my god, my bus is here, I've got to run. So anyway, my point here is stick to the alleyways. Anyway, gotta get on the bus. My ride is here. Bye. Okay, I have officially given up on being outside, which is why I am now in this terrible lighting in our Airbnb, just with the 4th and last tip for you, which is to go to the night markets in Bang Tao. They're on Boat Avenue every Friday night, and here is where you'll find some amazing street food, really cheap. To be fair, not as cheap as in Bangkok and other places, but still very, very reasonable considering the prices of everything else around here. I actually did a whole other video about all the food that we ate at the markets, but basically you can reserve a table at one of the bars along the side or at one of the cafes or the restaurants. You can just sit at the table, bring in your food, order beers from them, and just spend all night there just like going out, getting food, going out, getting food, coming back, eating, eating, eating. It's really good, and it's a really good, fun night out without spending too much money. It was raining when we went and it was still amazing, so I can only imagine how good it would be. A, not during COVID, and B, when it's not raining. So that is my last tip for saving money. Go to the night markets, have a big blowout night where you eat heaps and heaps and heaps of food, and that way you can go have a fun night out on Boat Avenue without having to spend all the money that normally comes with a fun night out on Boat Avenue. That's everything from me. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you soon. My next video is gonna be a really fun trip to a treehouse in the jungle on an island, which is gonna be awesome. So stay tuned. Bye.